My name is Tommy Earley. I'm an organic farmer living here just outside Drumshanbo. I'm farming on the shores of Lough Allen, just at the foot of the Erigna Valley. We're on an organic farm, and what I'm farming here at the moment is suckler cows. I'm farming here all my life. This is the home place where we're reared in, and the farm here is organic since 1996. There's various schemes of things for farmers. At that time there was a scheme called reps. So I went into reps and organic was one of the options in it at the time. And once I started into that rep scheme, I learned a lot about the different types of habitats that are on the farm and how important they are. And I've set out to manage those habitats for the benefit of the wildlife that's on them. So about 10 years ago I planted up oak on the farm here. So these are in the ground 10 years and they would have been 2-year-old when they came. So these oak trees that you're looking at now are basically 12 years old. So we planted up at the time 20 acres, and there was a block of oak, ash and alder put in at the time, and between all there was just something over 16,000 trees planted. What this bit of woodland is, it loses the leaves over the winter months, so that means that allows the light to get in. So then in the springtime the flowers have a short window there to grow that's on the woodland floor before the leaves emerge again in the summertime and shade out the light. Whereas if you had a conifer woodland, it's evergreen, it doesn't lose its needles. So what happens is the light never gets a chance to get down onto the woodland floor. So that's where the difference in the diversity of the two occurs. This is an area of lowland raised bog, and this was one of the areas where in the past at some stage there would have been turf cut by hand. We're getting a study done on it, a hydrological study, which will be able to tell us which way the water is flowing off the bog and at what speed it's flowing off it. Because what we intend to do is to block up the perimeter drains to hold the water in it. That's the only time that a bog is happy, is when it's wet. Because if you drain out a bog, basically it's like putting a cut on your own hand and draining out the blood. You're taking all the life out of it. You need to have a bog really wet for it to be working well. That's when the mosses are growing, and it's all about mosses on a bog. They're what build up the peat. The thing about bogs is that we don't fully appreciate them because they're growing at such a slow rate. The peat is being laid down approximately at about 1 millimetre a year. So that's approximately the same rate that coral is growing at in the sea. And a lot of people are, very protective of the corals in the sea. So what we have here is growing at the same rate. So we have to do our best to preserve that. So we're looking there at the bog behind this little bit of woodland, and in order to get material to raise that embankment, it had to come from somewhere. So this area here became a donor site, and the end result was that we shaped it to become a pond. We left a little island in the middle of the pond, and the water is about 7 foot or so deep just out from the island, but it comes up gradually the whole way, so it comes in at an angle of about 30 degrees, which if you're digging a pond, it's very important to consider how wildlife is going to get into it and going to get back out of it. So an angle of about 30 degrees, or a slope of about 30 degrees, it works out the best. One of the habitats that we have here on the farm is an area of lowland raised bog, and we've got a study done on that the last while. And there's so many different species of moss on it and so many other plants on it, but each one is telling you something about how water is flowing on the bog. Most people just look at a bog and say, big brown area, so there's nothing happening there. But there's an unbelievable amount of stuff happening in front of your eyes. But it's just that we've lost that, I suppose, sense of connectedness with the land and with the soil under our feet. And I think once we get back up and get that re-established, we'll be on our way to getting a healthier planet.